What up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Downtown Melo. You're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Wednesday, January 30th, 2019, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Angelina Jolie is set to star in the upcoming thriller Those Who Wish Me Dead from filmmaker Taylor Sheridan. Jolie is finalizing a deal to star in the film that is based on the 2014 Michael Crichton novel of the same name. Jolie's role in the project is being kept under wraps. The novel, set against a wildfire in the Montana wilderness, follows a 14-year-old boy who witnesses a murder. The boy is hidden away in a wilderness skills program for troubled teens as the killers search for him. Sheridan made his directorial debut with Win Wherever and writes, directs, and executive produces the television series Yellowstone. He also penned the screenplays for Hell or High Water, Sicario, and its sequel Sicario, Day of the Soldado. Garrett Bash, Steve Zalian, and Aaron L. Gilbert of Braun Studios is producing, with Jason Clough of Creative Wealth Media executive producing. Jolie will next be seen in Maleficent 2, which is set to arrive in theaters on May 29, 2020. The actress made headlines in December when she signed on to executive produce with BBC a news program called Our World that is aimed at children ages 7 to 12. Anna Camp is joining Issa Rae and Kumail Nanjiani in an upcoming romantic comedy film. The Hollywood Reporter confirmed that the 36-year-old actress will star with Rae, the creator and star of the HBO series Insecure, and Nanjiani, the star of the 2017 movie The Big Sick, and the new film The Lovebirds. The Lovebirds reunites Nanjiani with Michael Showalter, who directed him in The Big Sick. Showalter will helm the new movie, which begins production at the end of the month. Rae and Nanjiani star as a couple on the brink of a split who become involved in a murder mystery. Aaron Abrams, Brendan Gall, and Martin Guerra wrote the script, with Nanjiani, Rae, and Showalter serving as executive producers. The Lovebirds is slated to open in theaters on March 6, 2020. Camp confirmed the news of her casting in a tweet Monday. She wrote, "So excited." Marvel Studios and AMC are teaming up to deliver 2018 superhero epic Black Panther for free at selected AMC theaters in February. Black Panther, which will be screened at 250 AMC locations in North America for a one-week engagement from February 1st to the 7th. The film is returning to celebrate Black History Month. It was originally released into theaters on February 16, 2018. Chadwick Boseman starred in the lead role alongside Michael B. Jordan, Lupita Nyong'o, Dana Guerrera, Lalisha Wright, Angela Bassett, Winston Duke, Daniel Kaluuya, and Martin Freeman. The news comes after Black Panther earned 7 Oscar nominations, including Best Picture, making it the first superhero blockbuster ever to be nominated in the category. The feature also recently won the Best Ensemble in the Movie Award at the Screen Actors Guild Awards. Ryan Coogler, the filmmaker behind Black Panther, will be returning to write and direct a sequel. Netflix has announced that Man of Steel and Batman vs. Superman director Zack Snyder will helm its zombie thriller Army of the Dead. The streaming service said Tuesday a group of missionaries take the ultimate gamble, venturing into a quarantine zone following a zombie outbreak to pull off the greatest heist ever attempted. Our report said Jobby Harold is penning the screenplay for the project, which will be set in Las Vegas. The film is slated to begin this summer. Snyder told the entertainment industry trade newspaper, "There are no handcuffs on me at all with this one. I thought this was a good palate cleanser to really dig in with both hands and make something fun and epic and crazy and bonkers in the same possible way." No casting has been announced yet. Snyder's credits also include Dawn of the Dead, 300, Sucker Punch, and Watchmen. Jon Favreau teased on Instagram that the classic Star Wars droid R5-D4 will be appearing in his upcoming live-action Star Wars streaming series, The Mandalorian. Favreau uploaded an uncaptioned image of R5D4 on Monday, with the droid looking rusty with faded colors. R5D4 originally appeared in Star Wars A New Hope, when Luke Skywalker, played by Mark Hamill, brought the droid from the Jawas. R5DF would immediately malfunction, causing Luke to go with R2D2 instead. The Mandalorian is set to appear on Disney's upcoming streaming service, Disney Plus, which takes place between Star Wars Return of the Jedi and Star Wars The Force Awakens. The title refers to those from the planet Mandalore, the home of the world bounty hunter Jango Fett and his son Boba Fett. NBC has given a pilot order to an untitled single-camera comedy starring Kal Penn. Penn, known for starring in the Harold Kumar series of films and in the drama series Designated Survivor, also co-wrote the project with Matt Murphy. Penn and Murray also are the executive producers, with The Good Place creator Michael Schur serving as a supervising executive producer. Dan Spillo and David Minner are also executive producing. The comedy follows former New York City Councilman Garrett Shaw, played by Penn, who finds his calling when he meets 6 immigrants who are in need of help. Recently, Penn appeared on an episode of The Big Bang Theory alongside Sean Astin. He will reprise his role on The Designated Survivor, which is moving from ABC to Netflix. CBS says it has ordered a second season of its new drama, God Friended Me. Starring Brandon Michael Hall, Violet Bean, Shura Sharma, Javicia Leslie, and Joe Morton, the show will return with fresh episodes in the 2019-2020 broadcast season. The series is about a New York atheist who begins helping strangers after getting a friend request on social media from the account called God. Kelly Call, the president of CBS Entertainment, said in a statement Tuesday, "We're thrilled with how God Friended Me has performed on Sundays. It's one of the top 3 new series on television. Has improved its time significantly, and it continues a long tradition of prestige dramas for CBS on that night." The network last week renewed its freshman series Magnum P.I., The FBI, and The Neighborhood for additional seasons. Harvard's Hasty Pudding Theatrical said Tuesday it will present Jurassic World and Lady in the Water actress Bryce Dallas Howard with its 2019 Woman of the Year award. The oldest theatrical organization in the United States, which dates back to 1795, will welcome Howard Thursday with the public parade through the streets of Cambridge, Massachusetts, followed by a celebratory roast and a press conference at Farkas Hall. Howard is also expected to watch the troupe's original production, France Revolution, which will be the first Hasty Pudding show featuring both men and women in the cast. The company's male actors have traditionally performed female roles in drama. Co-producer Elizabeth Mann said in a press release, "We're thrilled to honor Bryce Dallas Howard as our 68th Woman of the Year, and for her to witness the groundbreaking first performance with our wonderful cast featuring 6 talented Harvard women." Previous Women of the Year award recipients included Ella Fitzgerald, Meryl Streep, Whoopi Goldberg, Julia Roberts, Halle Berry, Kerry Washington, and Octavia Spencer. Mila Kunis was last year's honoree. The 2019 Hasty Pudding Man of the Year award has not been announced yet. Last year's winner was Paul Rudd. John Malkovich has signed on to star in Bitterweed, a new play written and directed by David Mamet that is inspired by the Harvey Weinstein sexual assault scandal. Malkovich will portray studio head Barney Fine, who falls from grace in the production, which will run from June 7th to September 14th at the Garrick Theatre in London. Dunes McChicken as Fine's assistant Sandra, and Iona Kim Brooke, making her theater debut, is also set to star. Malkovich, while speaking to BBC Radio on Tuesday, said that while Mamet used the Weinstein character for inspiration, his character Fane is not exactly based on Weinstein. The actor says it's not particularly Harvey Weinstein. It is a great deal about that business and a great deal about how people in that business and positions, say as studio heads, have behaved really for more or less than a century now. He also added if the idea started maybe as a reaction to all the news that came out, in particular about Harvey Weinstein, I think David would take the idea from there and went with it. Weinstein, the disgraced Hollywood production mogul, faces sexual assault charges in New York. Dozens of women have accused him of sexual misconduct. Malkovich, who recently starred in Netflix's Bird Box, will next be seen in Amazon's The ABC Murders as iconic Belgian sleuth Hercule Poirot. The limited series is set to premiere on February 1st. Empire star Jussie Smollett was hospitalized after being targeted in an apparent hate crime. Entertainment Tonight confirmed Tuesday the 35-year-old actor is recovering after being attacked in what appeared to be a homophobic and racially charged incident in Chicago. The Chicago Police Department said the victim was walking when two unknown men approached and shouted racial and homophobic slurs. The offenders allegedly attacked the victim about the face and poured an unknown chemical substance onto him. Police said the offenders wrapped a rope around the victim's neck at one point during the incident before ultimately fleeing the scene. The victim took himself to Northwestern Hospital and is in good condition. Department Rep Anthony Gilmelli said in a statement, overnight the Chicago Police Department received a report of a possibly racially charged assault and battery involving a cast member of the television show Empire. He added, given the severity of the allegations, we're taking this investigation very seriously and treating it as a possible hate crime. Detectives are currently working to gather video, identify potential witnesses, and establishing an investigative timeline. Variety said that the alleged attack took place around 2 a.m. Tuesday morning. Smollett arrived in New York morning, in Chicago Monday, according to an Instagram post, and was slated to perform in the city Saturday. Smollett plays Jamal Lyon on Empire, which returned for a fifth season on Fox in September. He publicly came out as gay during an interview of The Ellen DeGeneres Show in March 2015. Grammy-winning singer Christina Aguilera will have her own Las Vegas residency show. 30-year-old recording artist announced on Tuesday's episode of The Ellen DeGeneres Show that she will debut the Experience show at the Zappos Theater at Planet Hollywood. She told the audience, so it's been in talks for quite a few years now, but now that I've got my feet wet, I'm going to do a residency in Vegas. Aguilera may Aguilera says performing in one venue will make her work demands easier on her family. She's parents to 11-year-old son Max with ex-husband Jordan Bratman and 4-year-old daughter Summer with fiancé Matthew Rutler. The star says it's less full on travel and a little bit easier with them. How much easier for everyone to come to one place and fill the venue with fantasy and love and excitement. Put on a show. She also added it's been an amazing and culminating for years. These amazing ideas and taking people on this amazing ride and trip and using the imagination. I'm really, really excited for at this experience with me. James Ingram, the Grammy Award-winning R&B singer of 100 Ways and Yam Will Be There, has died. His longtime collaborator and friend, actress Debbie Allen, announced Tuesday. He was 66. Allen's announced the news on Twitter, but didn't include details about the cause of his death. Allen, who starred in Grey's Anatomy, Allen, who stars in Grey's Anatomy, wrote on Twitter, I've lost my dear friend and creative partner, James Ingram, to the celestial choir. He will always be cherished, loved, and remembered for his genius, his love for family, and his humanity. I am blessed to have been so close to him. We'll live forever, speak his name. Ingram, a native of Ohio, was nominated for 14 Grammy Awards throughout his career, winning one in 1981 for winning one in 1981 for Best Male R&B Performance, and another in 1984 with Michael McDonald for Best R&B Performance from a Duo or Group. He also earned an Oscar nomination for his duet, How Do You Keep the Music Playing with Patty Austin. He also wrote for other artists, including hits for Michael Jackson, the Pointer Sisters, George Benson, Ray Charles, and Shalimar. Ingram was 66. And now let's take a look at what happened on this date in entertainment history. On this date in 1930, Gene Hackman is born. Gene Hackman, one of Hollywood's most prolific and acclaimed actors for 4 decades, is born on this date in 1930 in San Bernardino, California. At the age of 16, Hackman left home to enlist in the U.S. Marine Corps for a 3-year stint. He then studied journalism and television production at the University of Illinois on the GI Bill. Before leaving to enroll in acting class at the Pasadena Playhouse, Hackman landed parts in off-Broadway plays and summer stock, and had an uncredited role as a policeman in the 1961 film Mad Dog Cole. In 1964, he made his Broadway debut in Any Wednesday. He landed his first substantive film role that same year in Lilith, starring Warren Beatty. Hackman again played opposite Beatty in Bonnie and Clyde in 1967, this time in the support of Buck Barrow, the brother of the infamous Clyde Barrow. He earned an Oscar nomination for Best Supporting Actor for the role, and will later garner another nod 3 years later for I Never Sang for My Father. In 1971, Hackman delivered a star-making performance as narcotics detective Popeye Doyle in The French Connection, 1971, directed by William Friedkin. The film was a breakout hit with critics and at the box office, winning 5 Oscars, including Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Actor for Hackman. Hackman was one of Hollywood's most visible actors during the 1970s, appearing in both acclaimed films such as The Conversation, 1974, Night Moves, 1975, and Bit the Bullet, 1975, and flops such as The Poseidon Adventure, 1972, and Eureka, 1984. He showed his comic side to great effects in latter fares such as Young Frankenstein in 1974 and Superman in 1978, in which he played the superhero's nemesis, Lex Luthor. He reprised the role in 2 of the film's sequel. Among the many films Hackman made in the 1980s were Reds, 1981, Hoosiers, 1986, No Way Out, 1987, and Mississippi Burning, 1988, which earned him a second Oscar nod for Best Actor. Though Hackman initially hesitated to accept the role of Little Bill Daggett in The Unforgiven in 1992, the director Clint Eastwood's take on the Western, the film twisted on the classic genre and eventually won him over. The film was a huge hit, winning 4 Oscars, including Best Supporting Actor for Hackman and for both Best Director and Best Picture for Eastwood. Over the next decade, however, Hackman starred in other movies such as Wyatt Earp in 1994 and The Quick and the Dead, 1995, to comedic movies in Get Short, 1995, The Replacements, 2000, and The Royal Tenenbaums, 2001, from hardcore action in Crimson Tide, 1995, and Enemy of the State, 1998, to legal thrillers in the film adaptations John Gruesom's The Firm, 1993, and Runaway Jury, 2003. Though he is not officially retired, Hackman said in the spring of 2008 that he no longer wanted to act in films and would instead concentrate on writing. With the co-author, Daniel Lethan, he published several novels, including the Civil War-era thriller Escape from Andersonville in 2008. And that is your entertainment report for Wednesday, January 30th, 2019. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.